Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Inside the Mind's Eye. I wanted to take this chance to talk about what I do for my morning routine. I'd like to kind of share what it's been like for me over the last couple months. And I don't know why, but I get interested when one of the most interesting things that I like to hear people, when I talk to people is I like to know what time do you wake up? What do you do when you wake up? For some reason, it's super interesting to me. And so I figured I'd share my own morning routine with you guys. So here we go. So during the weekday, it's it's pretty consistent. I wake up at 7:20. My alarm goes off at 7:20. Then I go downstairs, and my first thoughts when waking up. This is. I'll lay there and I'll watch what's happening. I'll watch where I am, and I'll watch my brain come back online. I start to notice my thinking right away too. And one of the things that's changed over the last few months is that when I used to wake up maybe 3 or 4 months ago, the thoughts that would happen would be I'd be thinking about what I had to look forward to during the day. So it would be like, oh man, I got to do this and this, and then I can get home and play computer. Or, oh man, we got to do this, then we can go to this event. Oh man, I've got to do this, and then I can go to the gym. So my brain would come online and start thinking about things that it wanted. And that's how I'd wake up. So then I would go through my morning routine, and it became, because at this point, what my morning routine is now has been the same for I don't know, half a year. I don't know, for a while. And it was always almost like a means to an end, but it's changed recently. Now it's after my brain comes online, I'll actually start moving before I start thinking. So once I start to notice that I'm thinking and my brain's, a lot of times I'll try to remember what I dreamt about, or I'll try to be practice some gratitude. Instead of doing all that, I'll just get up. Once I start notice I'm really trying to think, I'll just get up. I'll get out of bed, and I go downstairs and I start making breakfast for Eli, lunch for Eli, and then I'll start the process of figuring out how I'm going to wake him up. I would say half the time he's not awake. And then other half the time, depending if he gets to bed early enough at night, he is awake. When he is awake, it's a lot easier. So if he's awake, I'll set his clothes out. I'll pick out his clothes for the day. I'll set him out. I'll encourage him to put them on. And then I'll go back to working on his lunch. And this whole process can be very challenging at times because he won't do it sometimes. He will do it sometimes. I never really know what type of weather it's going to be in the morning with him. Sometimes he's not even awake, and I got to try to wake him up, and he does not want to wake up. He does not like waking up when he's sleeping. So I bounce back and forth, wrangling him. Eventually he gets his breakfast, and I got to encourage him to eat it, because if he doesn't eat his breakfast, we can't move on to his teeth and his medicine, and he's got a whole morning routine. So that's basically what I do all morning from 7:30 till he gets on the bus at 8:45. It's a bit of a wrangling session with the boy to get him all dressed, hair combed, schmutz out of his face, food in his belly, lunch and breakfast packed. The whole deal gets done from 7:30 to 8:45. And if I'm lucky enough in that time, I'll also be able to go number 2 for myself. I'm a number 2 man in the morning. I'll be able to get myself dressed, get my teeth brushed, get my bags and my lunch ready. That's if things are going somewhat smooth with him. I can get my stuff done as well. So everything gets, basically I'm out the door heading to work at 8:45 a.m. And then I get to work. And 3 out of 5 days of the week I'm at the warehouse. So I'll get to work. I'll load up my laptop at the desk. I'll probably go say hey to Philip. He works in the warehouse with me. I might go say hey to him and just scope out the scene in there, just see if we have any new stuff to look at. But I would say 8 times out of 10, I'll go sit at my desk and get prepared for the first meeting of the day. I'll host that meeting. I'll have notes of what we want to talk about and questions for my different team members, and I'll go through it. And we'll usually finish it in about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I move out from there to the warehouse and I start doing manual labor. The last month I've been doing like a lot of sewing and rolling these plastic rolls through this giant machine thing, and do that. I'll do that till about 12:30. I set my alarm. I have to set my alarm for everything. Like I'll miss meetings. I'll miss what I'm supposed to do. If I don't set alarms on my phone to tell me to stop what I'm doing, I won't do it. So that's also something I do when I first wake up. I forgot about. A lot of times when I first wake up, I'll look at my calendar for that day and I'll set all my alarms of the stuff that I need to be at or the things I need to do. So at 12:30, my alarm will go off while I'm working, and I'll go back in the office and I'll do all the computer type work I got to do, spreadsheet, Excel, QuickBooks type stuff, email stuff I'll catch up on. And I'll eat some carrots and a bagel with peanut butter and a protein bar and a banana. And then after that's done, I go back into the warehouse and finish up until about 3 o'clock. I lock up the warehouse, close it down at 3, and then I drive back to my place. Depending on my mood, I'll go for a run or I'll take a 30-minute nap. Never really know which one's going to happen. And then Eli gets off the bus at 4:25. Once Eli's off the bus, bring him in. I get him all squared away. And I just start doing chores, basically. I get him, we talk for probably 30 minutes or hang out. And then I get him set up with a snack and relaxed on the couch. And then I'll start doing dishes or laundry or just tidying up. I'll feed the dogs usually at this point. We've got 2 of them. And then, by about 5:30, I'm sitting here at the computer. I'm finishing up work for the day. Any extra emails I need to do, any other work like for the household, like we're trying to buy the house right now that we're living in. So I'm working with inspectors and contractors and also just like school stuff for Eli or doctor stuff for him. Anything that's extracurricular work stuff, I'll get done from like 5:30 till like 6:30 ish. Then I'll make him dinner. And after he's had dinner, then it's like chill out Central USA. I get to sit down here, relax a little bit more. I might get to play a game. I might do something like this to record. I might stream for a little bit. And Melissa usually gets home around 7 or 8. We have different diets, both of us. So, we kind of have our own feeding schedule for ourselves. And so then when she gets home, usually around 7 or 8, then I'll talk with her for a little bit, catch up about our days. She'll start getting Eli to bed around 9 o'clock. And then I'm, at least the last week, from 9 o'clock to about 10:30 or 11, I'm streaming, which has been really great, and making these videos. That's basically a day in the life for me, from morning routine to now. It's a lot different on the weekends. But similar to, I wake up with him and get his breakfast and everything. But the weekends are great. Like today's Sunday. I haven't really done anything. I'm going to go to the gym. There are days when I get to work from home 2 days a week. And when I get to work from home, I'll go to the gym after my 9:15 meeting. And then there's like therapies and swim class and stuff for Eli. Mondays he has swim class, so I'll pick him up early from school and take him to the swim place. And when he's swimming and doing a swim class, I'll go for a jog. And then on Wednesdays, I take him to like speech and feeding therapy. So we'll go in there. He'll try out foods he doesn't really like to try. And we'll practice his communication with his talkie device. And we're just holding conversations and stuff. And that's pretty much it. That's the day in the life. That's a day in the life of a regular week, as it has been for me for the last 2 or 3 months. If I would have done this a year ago, it would have been completely different. I was not doing what I just described a year ago. And so I'm expecting or thinking that maybe this time next year it'll be different again. You know, who really knows? But yeah, if you're interested, I'd love to hear or learn about your morning routine or daily routine, day in the life, just regular day in the life for you. You could share it on the Discord. There's a link in the details. I've got a Discord for us, Inside the Mind's Eye Discord, or you can just put a comment. I don't know why I'm so interested. I think it's curious. You know, I think a lot of times, like if we're not careful, if I'm not careful, I'll speak for me. If I'm not careful, I'll be asleep through everything I just described. I won't be awake for my actual life. I won't be present. I won't actually know what it is I do on a day-to-day basis. So like talking it out loud or sharing about it or hearing somebody else's routine, like, and also here's another thing is I don't want to actually fall into a state of stagnation or a state of, I want to move and change, or it feels like I'm interested in moving and changing and hearing other people's routines. I might, that's how things happen. I don't think I actually make decisions. Like, I don't think I actually come up with an idea of something I want to do and say, I'm going to do this now. I think ideas or thoughts pop in my head as a result of my interactions with others or with other things. So something I may read from you or see from you may inspire me to behave differently tomorrow morning. And it's almost as if I have an opportunity to have a shared growth or shared experience through the lens of other people's perspectives. That I kind of view my life as not being a singular thing, but I'm going to get wooey here for a second, but this person that's speaking and talking is a result of everyone I've ever encountered, interacted with, learned from, hurt from. All of it is like, it's just getting filtered and expressed in the form of me as an action or as a thought or as a person. And so I kind of feel like it's a group consciousness that's expressing me. Yeah, I mean, I could talk more deeper about, the Zen and the Tao and all the type of wooey, the wooey undercurrent out of which I live. I could go into that a little bit. I think it's a little too heady for right now. It is early on a Sunday. But yeah, feel free to comment, post, share what you do on a day. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you in the next one.